welcome. Thank you for taking some time with us today.
No worries, no worries.
You've had probably the biggest journey of any of the Flyers signings this season, coming in as a player, ending up as interim coach.
Yeah.
So it'd be great to kind of talk to you about some of that. But let's kind of take a jump back to the early days, to the youngster, Johnny Curran.
How young are we going here? Right to
let's go back to early days. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's been the same for me my whole life. My family loves sports. My dad's obsessed with hockey. My mom, I think she loves it all. But definitely the seed took with my dad, just obsessed with hockey right from my earliest memory, walking around on the carpet, on skates. And then my family ran a hockey school. All my cousins were involved in everything, so hockey's just been intertwined in my family since, like I said, my earliest memory, and I just fell in love with it. And ever since then, I think all my goal setting my entire life has been based on hockey. And I'll steal a line from my coach, but I've used hockey as a vehicle to achieve things. I've used it for school. I've used it for career opportunities. So this year it's kind of followed suit, and I've used hockey for opportunities.
You went to university at Niagara?
Yep.
Was it in juniors that you played with Noah Delmas?
Yeah, so early days with Delhi. I was playing at the junior B level, and my team got bounced from playoffs, and I got called up to the Aurora Tigers in junior A, and that's where I met Noah Delmas for the first time.
Yeah.
We were going into the second round, and the team had made a rule that you either have a mullet or blonde hair. And I walked into the room, and everyone had a mullet. And then there's this one scrawny kid that would call me the new guy. And it was Delhi with blonde hair. So he was the only one that dyed his hair.
Wow.
Yeah.
And which did you go for?
I don't think I did it because I came in after the first round. So I think I just had a normal haircut. But yeah, that's my earliest memory with Delhi. Is just him calling me new guy with like Eminem blonde hair.
Did you guys hang out much at university, or?
Oh yeah. Well, we got close in juniors. Played 2 years with him there, and then kept in touch. And then our paths brought us to Niagara, and ended up being roommates with them for a year, and as close as you can get, I'd say. So when we had the chance to play pro, we were talking this summer that we wanted to get it done, and we didn't know where it was going to be, and it landed in Fife.
Yeah. You was hockey and playing hockey professionally always kind of part of the plan, or? Always,
yeah. Obviously, as a kid, you want to play in the NHL, and I think everyone would say the same thing.
Yeah.
And then your plan adjusts accordingly. And even at the NCAA level, we all believed that we could play hockey at a high level. And for me, my journey in North America never really took off, and I knew I didn't really want to pursue that up and down that North America does. And I was lucky enough to use my British passport to get into the league and kind of build a career here. And Delhi, on the other hand, you'll learn all about him, but he's had a great run with North America, lots of NHL camps, stuff like that. So two totally different paths, but we ended up here.
Is there a point where you kind of have that moment of going, oh, I'm probably not going to be NHL?
Oh. Yeah, like I still want to play in the NHL.
Yeah,
that's my goal. But no, like as a kid, you just knew, like it was. I think my AAA team, my travel team, was winning 2-3 games a year, just getting crushed. And I have two buddies. One's playing in the AHL, one's playing in the NHL from that team.
Yeah.
So you always have that belief. But I knew at a certain age that I could play at high levels, and I still believe I can play at high levels. But you knew it wasn't in the cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you come across here. You signed with Coventry. You played most of your time in the Elite League with Coventry. You've got a little spell with Belfast as well.
Yeah.
So how did that come about, and what was it like playing under Danny Stewart?
Yeah, I'd say the kind of humble beginnings. I really I didn't know what I could get from pro hockey from Niagara. I was just I thought my British passport would get me a foot in the door because I wouldn't be an import.
Yeah.
And I find out I was an import. So Stewie was, I guess you could took a risk on me. Took Eichstad as well, the Polkamp brothers. So guys right out of college, and kind of went from there. And that first year, that COVID year, was similar to this season where there's 5 or 6 teams in the hunt to win the trophy. And we were in the hunt. So that was a great first year pro. And then I would say, coming from COVID, I kind of established myself in Coventry and kind of grew my game a bit. And now kind of get to know the league better and work with it from there.
Yeah, a little spell in Belfast.
Yeah.
But then you moved back to Coventry.
Yeah.
But it was, I think Coventry was a better fit than Belfast.
Yeah.
You said.
Yeah. I don't think there's any secrets here. I was very upfront with Kiefer in Belfast and stuff, and I loved my time there. But I was a big priority of making Great Britain for the World Championships. And when I was playing 10 minutes a night, I was really concerned that I wasn't going to make GB and get that experience. So Belfast were very accommodating and let me go. And I found that I got my game back quicker in Coventry, somewhere that I'm used to playing under Stewie. The Sky Dome has been very friendly to me, so I got my game back, and I was really happy to play at the World Championships.
So yeah, you get to play with Team GB. What was that experience like, playing with guys from all across the UK?
Unbelievable, and like going back to just confident you can play at a high level. Like that first game against Canada was, I couldn't even stick handle in warm-ups. I was so nervous. I didn't know what was going to happen, and then 2 or 3 shifts in, you're in a hockey game and you're playing against 20 NHLers and you feel great. So It just shows you the levels that we're capable of playing. And it was an amazing experience, and I hope to do it again one day. My dad's from Oldham, outside of Manchester, so he moved with his family in '67, maybe '68, and never looked back. He still has his British roots, his English roots, but loves hockey. He's a very Canadian guy. Yeah. But this opportunity has kind of been a full circle. So it was never part of the plan, but I'm just so happy that he got to see me play in a Great Britain jersey against Canada. Really cool opportunity for me, and I think he enjoyed it as well.
So you come to the Fife Flyers this season, all set for a great season here, and then it kind of all goes wrong. Really, you pick up the injury.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind at that point?
Yeah, I don't think there's any secrets. I came to Fife. I thought it was a great opportunity for kind of a pushback season. I wanted to show the league and myself what I'm capable of, and I thought the opportunity was going to be here in Fife. And for that, I think I played 8 games. It was going great, and I was kind of showing what I can do. And then just an awkward little bump, battle in the corner, and you're done for the year. And I've seen a lot of teammates go through it, so I've tried to take it with a positive mindset and get through it, because I've seen guys recover, but I've seen guys go the other way as well. So I know that you have to take it day by day, and this opportunity, which I'm sure we're going to talk about, is definitely helped me in that. Is
it the sort of thing that you go, oh no, this is going to be a big one, this is going to be a long time out, or do you think, no, this is fine, a couple of weeks and I'll be back in the ice?
Well, when it happened, I think when you hear an ACL is blown or something, you know it right away, and that was not the case. I got myself off the ice, I walked myself around the bench, tried to go out for a shift, and it wasn't quite right. Walk yourself to the room and then get your padding off, and there's no swelling, there's no extra pain, so we're trying to figure out what happened. And then 2-3 weeks later you get a scan and you find out you have no ACL this whole time. So your mindset changes very quickly, and I think you need to be prepared. If you want to play again, you need to know it's a long road back. And it took me a couple days to accept that fate, because you just want to play. But you've get your mind ready, and like I said, it's been a day by day thing. But I know it's a long road back. But so far it's been good.
So you discover that you've got this injury. You're going to be out for a long time. Yeah. So how do you move from there to being on the bench and starting to do some of the behind the scenes work that you've been doing?
The ownership were great and supported me and provided me with a private surgery. If I would have went through NHS, who knows if and no slam against that, I'm just saying, who knows if I would have even had my surgery yet. Yeah. So the ownership put me in a great position to recover, and I thought the least I could do is give them everything I have. And what was asked of me was to help Tom with some video and practices and be an extra set of eyes for him. So that's how it started. Wasn't able to go on the bench with my injury and my recovery, but I was sending in video, and my my clips and my opinion here and there, and then it kind of just started to progress. So when it started with Tom, it was a lot of what the opposition is doing and just trying to give the guys a visual of what they're going to be up against. So a team's breakout, a set power play, any face-off plays that might catch us off guard, anything like that. Yeah. And then now that it's progressed, they still get that, but a lot more video and structure on how we want to play so that it's predictable, and when guys get the puck, we want them to have options right away, and we don't want them to have to think about it, because that's when the game gets slow. And when you just play faster and you know where it's going to be and where you have to be, more opportunity presents itself. So that's kind of where we're trying to step ourselves into. Suddenly,
you find yourself as interim coach.
Yeah.
How did that conversation go?
It was very quick. Ownership asked me if I was up for it, and I said yes, and then you're back in the room. Todd has been huge for this organization. I can't say enough about him. He's really stepped up and like taken the bull by the horns here, because I'm sure there's enough with what Todd explained, but the team was in a very fragile position, and without Todd, the team wouldn't be here, and I certainly don't have the experience to get us through that. So Todd's been great. And then as far as the head coach position, it's learning a ton from him and communicating with him, and we're trying to get a system that the guys believe in, but also that we believe in, and puts them in a position to be successful.
Was coaching ever on your radar, or because you're still really young, especially in hockey terms? Yeah. So was that, had you even thought that far ahead in your career?
I'm very, very interested. I always have been, but there are no secrets. I want to play again, and I want to get back to playing as quick as I can. But now that I've seen coaching and seen this side of it, I love it. I love hockey, and I want to keep progressing with it. Sorry. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Yeah. So you kind of love that. Have you been surprised by how much you love it?
Yes and no. I think I'm a sponge, and I take in a lot of information. So I've always had an eye on how different coaches handle different things. So I've known a little bit of behind the scenes of what they have to deal with, but this has certainly been eye-opening. But I'd say through this experience, I've only fallen in love with hockey more. Yeah.
What do your teammates make of you suddenly becoming the coach?
You'll have to ask them. No, I know certain guys. No, you know what? Everyone's been very supportive, and they're doing great, and they're doing what we're asking of them. But I'm sure there's a point where it's just funny that Johnny's telling us to do things, and they know how I was as a player, right? So some guys may be like, this is just a player talking to us, but other guys have really bought in, and it's been very supportive.
So you want to get back out playing again. Do you have any idea of kind of timescales of where that's going to be? It's
a full year. It's going to be, like I said, it's a long road. When I first got hurt, I knew it was bad, but the surgeon said it's 12 months, no questions asked. So there's a good chance I won't be able to sign back anywhere in the summer, and then have to jump in mid-season somewhere.
Yeah. How good a patient are you?
I'd say I'm a bit of an overthinker. So when the alarms kind of raised when they said I could re-injure myself and put myself in a worse position, that kind of made me realize I do have to take this very seriously with sticking to the rules. Because like you said, you might be taking it seriously and you want to push yourself, but your knee might not be ready for it. So I think I've been learning a bit about patience, and in the next month or so, I think I'll be past a spot where I'm vulnerable and I can start building up strength, and then kind of all systems go to next year.
How far away do you think the guys are from being that team that you want them to be, where they can just go out there and just react? And
yeah, like the past weekend they already showed it. I honestly think we deserve something out of the Coventry game. I thought we were the better team at times, and we worked on it today. We have to put the puck in the net, because when you don't and you let teams kind of hang around, they're putting the puck in the net. And that was the case in Coventry, and it was certainly the case in Guildford. The guys haven't seen it yet, but we're going to show them that we gave up a few soft ones in the first because we gave them the puck. But the chances we had, 3 2-on-1s, a post, a crossbar, a guy walking down Main Street misses the net. those are gonna cost you. So in our eyes, we should have been up against Guildford out of the first, and then when you let them hang around, kind of old habits die hard, and they get 3, they get 4, and we kind of take ourselves out of the game. So I'd say, long story short, is put the puck in the net this weekend and hang around a bit longer, and we're going to see some wins here soon.